All right, back here recording. So, you guys, since you're AP, I'd like to, as much as I can, like full focus on getting you guys to pass exactly what's on the AP exam, right? Every once in a while, I'll do something a little bit outside the box. I'm doing with my honors students, and with my honors students, one thing I'm having them do is play around with AI and put together a presentation on like some technology. I've got a whole list of technologies and discoveries here, right? So I created a model example of it. This is pretty good, so I'll show this to them too, right? Hopefully, I mean, you guys are getting pretty close to the end of high school. Hopefully, you guys are figuring out, let's see, what are my interests, kind of what do I want to do after high school, what are some like hobbies and skills I want to build that might possibly be useful in the future, maybe, or maybe I just enjoy doing, right? How many of you guys are starting to play around with AI, right? See what you can do with AI, right? I really, really recommend that you do, right? Because this is the future. Like, 10, 20 years from now, people just kind of snap their fingers and just create whatever they want. And then what you can do is you can go back and modify, say, well, maybe here's a story I want to tell, but I want to take it a little bit different direction. So you can kind of modify it, but I mean, just the cost of doing anything now is just, you just program it to AI. So really, really, please do play around with this and build the skill, because you're going to need the skill in the future, right? And so anyway, got a model presentation on some technology. I chose dishwashing, right? So how's this dishwasher work, and what's kind of the history behind this? Hoping. Right, so, I found a video on, hey, it's a transparent dishwasher. Look at that, transparent dishwasher. So it's really straightforward technology. You can see it there. It's just you got these paddles that rotate and spray water in all different directions, right? That's basically it, right? Now, there's some other details too, right? You throw in some detergent that helps wash dishes. You can heat this water to like 65 degrees Celsius, and then it'd be like scalding hot. You wouldn't want to like hand wash in that temperature water. But the benefit of that is that it also sanitizes your dishes just from the fact that the water's so hot, right? Which you can't really get by hand. You can also show that it saves a lot of time, energy, water, money from compared to if you wash your dishes by hand, right? So dishwasher, right? Right. And here's another picture. Right, so pump in water, spray it all different directions. Here's these rotating paddles, and then drain the water. Boom, done. That's it. That's pretty much it. Here's detergent dispenser, heating element. Right. I got a couple of trivia questions for you guys. What year was the first patent granted for the dishwasher? Right. I've got 4 options there. I want to see show of hands. And while you guys are thinking about it, it's going to give you guys a little time to think about it. I want to set this up a little bit. So a lot of technologies, including this one, there's sort of like predecessor technologies that lead up to it. It's like, it's not quite there. And then there's sort of like the first example of like, that's kind of like the first like modern type example of it. But then there are always improvements since. Like the dishwasher you have in your home isn't exactly the ones they had in the 1950s, right? So there have definitely been improvements, right? But what was sort of like the like if you go through the patent office and you're looking at all the patents, what was like the first one? That's pretty much the modern dishwasher right there, right? Right. You guys ready? Ready? Let me see. Show hands. How many guys say 1886? Who says 1910? Who says 1922? Who says 1946? All right. I may have missed it. Did anybody say 1886? All right. I like for the win. Yeah. All right. How about where? Which country? States, Britain, Germany, France. France. Let's see. Show hands. Who says the States? America. Oh yeah. Britain. Who says Britain? Germany. France. Votes on each of those. The win goes to America. Oh yeah. So there were these couple of predecessor ideas. These guys here were sort of kicking around this idea of a dishwasher, but they had like these dish soakers. This guy Elliot Alexander had like a rotating part, but they weren't really effective. They didn't really work. So nobody was really buying them, right? But here's really kind of the inventor of the modern dishwashers, Josephine Cochran. She has an interesting backstory. Born in 1839, I think like Ohio. She married a guy who went to the California Gold Rush, moved to Illinois. 1883, her husband died. She's like in her 40s, doesn't have a lot of money. She was left with a lot of debt, actually. And she'd been kicking around this idea of a dishwasher. There's like more of that story too. But now I guess it's like the catalyst to actually like make a prototype and get it patented and try to sell it. And her idea, here we go. So she filed for the patent in 1885, so just a couple of years later, right? I need to kind of reorder this presentation. These are the predecessor ideas. These are the ones that, people are kicking around the idea, but it's not really working, right? Like the dish soaker. Right? Actually, this guy here, 1865, calls his the dishwasher, but he has like a rotating mechanism, but it doesn't spray the water. So again, it doesn't really work that well. So you're kind of better off just washing your dishes by hand anyway. So it's like, okay, well, interesting idea, but not quite there, right? Here's her design right here. Now notice it's hand powered, it's hand pump, right? Which it had to be because guys, in 1886, was there even an electric grid to plug stuff into? No, didn't exist, right? So she invented the dishwasher before there was even an electric grid, right? Now you could hand pump and it would spray water in all different directions. So it worked. It was like basically the first dishwasher right there. That's what it looks like. Right? And here's her design that she submitted to the patent office. Yeah, so yeah, it's got the rotating parts. Right? It's got spraying water. It's like, yeah, that's basically it right there. She made some improvements. So here's a 1917 design, which looks pretty dang close to what you probably have in your kitchen too. Yeah, that's it. Spraying water. Right. Um, yeah. Okay. So societal impact. Keep in mind, I mean, 19th century, really different society. People really thought differently. One of the reasons maybe it took so long for the dishwasher like to basically become invented and sold and circulated is like there was this idea of like oh, this is like women's work and like some value that women have from like washing dishes and doing these type chores. So there's like no rush to make this invention, right, until she invented it. Right. But yeah, it saves so much time, money, water, energy, and also the fact that it gets so hot, it can sanitize your dishes too. So, and those asterisk statements, according to a company that makes some dishwashers. So there you go. All right. Yay. Hope you guys enjoyed my presentation on dishwashing.